meet you. Thanks for joining us. You're in the CTIC, the Center for Technology, Innovation, and Center of Wesern Reserve Academy. This was, believe it or not, we got some art rooms down here, storage, and as you can see, it's beautiful space, plenty of light and so on, and we're really thrilled the way this turned out. One of you asked me just a few moments ago, where did the idea come from? How did it start? Well, in many ways, it started with the guy sitting right over there, Lee Blankenship, who taught shop here for many, many years. He was my wrestling coach, too, way back in the 70s. But he came to me and Kate Muller quite a while ago saying, we need to think about the next generation of shop and where it goes. And of course, other schools and other institutions, Case Wesern Reserve, MIT, Stanford, they have wonderful programs as well, similar to this. So we looked at those. We considered Lee's comments. And we thought about taking a step and really making something that could bring technology, innovation together for the school. It's located right in the middle of campus, which we think is important. It's a significant part of the curriculum, the daily life of the school. We just opened it in April, but we want this to integrate all parts of the curriculum, not just science, not just the arts, but other areas will be using it as well. So we think it'll be a catalyst for change right across our entire curriculum as well. And also, as you can see today, we've got faculty in here also. The faculty are being certified, learning how to use it. The students have used it as well. So we're really thrilled about its impact on the school.
Tremendous. And like Mr. Brenner said, it started, I remember a conversation with Lee a couple years ago, back in his old space. We sat down and talked about how to get funding. And then the school, and Lee had some initial plans he drew up, and then those plans grew, and then we had some more money, and those plans grew some more. We have this beautiful facility down here, and you can see that, but what's really important to me is the curriculum and the opportunities going forward, and that's why the last 2 days we had 12 faculty here yesterday. We have another close to 10 today, training on all these machines. The things you should understand is we've almost had, I think now we're at like 7/8 of the faculty students have been down here and made something already this year, which is pretty incredible for the two months we've been open. Anything from T-shirts to install the video, the electronics, the UV printer, the laser, and it's only, that's without really the curricular aspects. The idea here is they get to direct their learning, so they see the process and they can take it in the areas that impact them. And we're seeing a lot of that with collaboration. So we have this garment printer over here. So this is an industrial T-shirt printing machine. You can make you a T-shirt today if you want one before you leave. Make your own T-shirt, you can print it off, and it's the same you buy off the shelves. Okay? So we see this, and then the students are over here saying, hey, how'd you make that really cool T-shirt? And the student says, well, I made it here on Illustrator or Photoshop. Well, I don't really know Illustrator that well. And then that student talks to the other student, and they're collaborating. That's the natural stuff that happens in the daily workflow. So you don't know this, you ask somebody, and it helps our students realize, look, you can reach out to others. It doesn't have to be an adult, it can be another student. And we have it in here today, adults are reaching out to adults, and we're understanding that it's great to reach out, and especially down here, nobody knows everything. There's a large learning curve on a lot of stuff. But we try to make an atmosphere where this is happening naturally and students are learning.
We also have introduced a new program, the Compass program, and our Compass program will have a lot of applications in here. So not only have we launched into another academic program that's going to have overlap into our Center for Technology, Innovation, and Creativity, it's just so exciting to be able to put all these things together. Introduce Leo Holland. Leo is a rising senior for us, and he's going to talk a little bit about his Compass project and the center as well.
So my business is called Wesern Reserve. It's a fashion initiative that utilizes vintage and recycled materials. The use of vintage and recycled materials comes from my commitment to environmental sustainability and not wanting to add more to the world's energy consumption by buying brand new mass-produced materials. My first line was a limited edition bow ties designed and inspired in part by WRA faculty. So one of the most popular bow ties that I made was designed in part by a biochemistry and biology teacher, Dr. Aguilar. He specifically asked for the color Kumasi blue. However, the CTIC here, I did all of that without the CTIC. That all transpired before the CTIC. But used Hello Kitty sewing machine, and now I can use a wonderful Swedish state-of-the-art sewing machine. There's applications for me to do embroidery, to enhance my packaging, to enhance my website. There's even, I'm going to figure it out, but there's an inkling of a chance that I could actually create my own fabrics and patterns, my own prints here. So I think that this has just been a wonderful, wonderful advent here on campus.
Numerically controlled. So the computer is saying, hey, this is 0, 0. You know anything about, like, this would be 0, 1, this would be 1, 0. And it's basically telling this machine, you need to move at these points. And while you're doing this, it's pushing this string down, and it's heating it up. And here's actually a piece of it. And it's making layer after layer after layer, and you end up with this kind of stuff. See the different layers?
Wow.
And so it takes a long time, and you get what you produce, right? So what we're doing today is CNC milling. So instead of additive, they call this additive, where you're adding layers up. Here, you're milling. So you're taking this is wax, and you're cutting it out, and you're milling it with a bit. Does that make sense to you? So it's what we call subtractive process. That's my
your
face.
profile.
That's my face, and then I basically make a mold, and then I made a chocolate bar. So you mill out your mold, and so here's my face on a 3D model. This is 3D printing, and if you notice, you can tell the difference in clarity. So this is much better. You get a much better finish on this. So dentists will use this for dentures and stuff like that. They don't use that for dentures for 3D printing.
How long does it take?
Well, that's the problem. This will take about, depends. It depends how you set it up, but it can take 16 hours.
Okay.
So here, I did this Minions one yesterday as a demo. Well, this is kind of the demo thing we did. This took 16 hours. Yeah. But that's 16 hours. And then, but you can see, like, if you feel it, it's smooth. That's wax. It's just machinable wax.
Nice.
If you feel the model, it's like, it's really nice finish.
You know,
Feels
someone
real
brought
solid,
me,
yeah.
someone brought me one of those stupid things.